competitors. Many groups will say that, well, the customers can search for information and they can switch, and so the competition becomes higher. When you talk about the bargaining power customers, they talk about the same point. When you talk about the suppliers, they use the same point from a customer's perspective. What I know is true, but when you talk about the competition among the traditional competitors, it's better to state that from the firm's perspective, okay, with the internet, besides competing in the traditional way, they also have to use IS, okay, they have to compete using the internet. If other systems, other companies are using new efficiencies due to IS like barcode scanner, object recognition, RFID, they also have to do the same. So you should state from different perspective, rather than just internet all the time. Internet, customer can choose, internet, customer can choose, all the barcodes that customer can choose. So it will not give you good grades, okay? There are four strategies that are related to IT. The first one is align IT with the basic objectives. The second one is the use IT to achieve low-cost leadership. Use IT to achieve product differentiation, and use IT to help focus on the niche. So these are similar to the concept you have learned in your marketing 101, right? The company forces, the differentiation, leadership, and niche. Just that we need to focus on the IS part. IS includes, but not limited to, the internet. I don't think we need to talk about the makeup class. You can forget about the other strategy models, like the synergies, core competencies, but they may come up again in the MCs. So that's lesson number 3. 4 and 5 are easy. Now basically, the beginning of 4 tells you there's a thing called enterprise applications, okay? And then we focus on only 2 kinds of enterprise applications. The first one is SCM, Supply Chain Management. Supply Chain Management. Okay, and of course, there are some screens, there are some diagrams to help you understand. I will not go through these one by one, but the 2 important enterprise applications are the supply chain management. This is in lecture 4. Supply chain management, which is lecture 4. And then CRM, which is in lecture 5. Okay, so this is CRM. Again, you will not be required, as stated time and again. Okay, this looks complicated, but it's rather useful in understanding CRM. You will not be required to reproduce it diagrammatically. Okay, but it should help you to better organize your thoughts. So the 3 major components of CRM, the 3 views, the marketing, the service, and the Salesforce automation, the 3 views. This is not too long because a lot of them are illustrations, like screen captures. See, a lot of them are just screens after screens. Analytical and operational CRM, you should know the difference between the 2. You should know the value and challenges of doing CRM and enterprise applications. Okay, so lecture 4 is supply chain management. Lecture 5 is CRM. In CRM, there are 3 components: the marketing, the service, and the Salesforce automation. And you can also look at CRM from another angle, which is the operational CRM and the analytical CRM. Okay. So that's very quick revision on lecture 5. Lecture 6 was the test, so there was no lecture 6. So then we move on to lecture 7. In lecture 7, I started by giving you an overview of the database structure. Okay, but again, as I said before, it's not a technical course. So rather, by memorizing all these tables, which is then no need, you have to look to know, start from here, you should know what a database is and the difference between the physical views and the logical view. The difference between the logical views and the physical view. And it's illustrated by this diagram here, right? One physical view, but more than one logical views. I still remember I asked you to do this exercise, right, to create a logical view for promotion. Oh, how to use databases for decision making. So there are different ways. There are 4 major ways. Okay. But in which I would like to focus on data mining. I would like to focus on data mining. So basically, data mining is covered here. Of course, today we don't have time to go through all this, but you should look at this. So I hope this is enough focus already. I didn't mention data warehousing. I didn't mention multiple dimension analysis. I didn't mention using database on the web. I only mentioned data mining. Okay, I hope this focus is enough.
唔使啦，總之淨係呢頭買完啦，唔使你啦，淨係呢頭買完要啦。
E-commerce should be an easy part. E-commerce should be an easy part. Why? Because you use it every day, and it's well structured. For lesson 8, the 8 features, the 8 unique features of e-commerce. Okay, so let's summarize it all. 8 features. Now again, if you look at the slides, actually there are not many studyable slides, but many of them are diagrams and screens. And try to make sure that you pronounce these words correctly, because although the presentation is almost over, okay, for some groups, not for this class, but the other class, they still have to do it, but you have a good pronunciation to keep help with your future presentations. But also in the exam, if you cannot pronounce many of these words, you're going to have a hard time trying to get the spellings correct. If you do not get the spellings correct, if I have 2 exam scripts in front of me, one student has the concepts correct and the spellings are all correct. The other students, the concepts are also correct, but the spellings are wrong. Should I give them the same marks? It would be unfair if I give them the same marks, right? So to get the spellings correct. One easy way to get the spellings correct is to make sure that you pronounce them correctly. Ubiquity, and so on. Interactivity, and so on. Oh, discrimination, price discrimination. If you can pronounce it, then the spelling will be very natural. Okay, discrimination. You can almost say that I will discriminate against those students who cannot spell. Okay, that will be marks discrimination against bad spelling and bad grammar. Information asymmetry mainly causes an disintermediation. Disintermediation. 呢啲同學咧真係寫咗有個 intermediate 我哋多咗新嘅 intermediates 啦，咁樣話真係好慘咁樣呢條講法啦。係 intermediaries 嗰啲人 middlemen 係 intermediaries 唔係 intermediates。呢三個 concept 都要啊。E-commerce part 2 is again easy. Okay, in part 1, we look at the 8 features. We look at the 3 aspects like information asymmetry and disintermediation. Part 2, we only need to remember the flower. The flower that I spent hours to draw. The flower. This one. The flower. And of course, it covers the 6 revenue models. The 6 revenue models. And you may say, Adam, there are just too many. I can't memorize them. It's easy. How do you memorize all these 6 models, the names? It's FATS. It's FATASS. FATASS. FATS. That's the 6 revenue models. So, lesson 9 is about the 6 revenue models. Okay? 6 revenue. A lot of illustrations here. Of course, I don't expect you to memorize. Sorry, not this one. There's no reason for you to memorize the dialogue here. There's no reason, okay, except that you know you can find out a lot about the user if you listen to the user. If you remember who the user is, if you can do personalization. Okay, so get the big picture, not the points and the dots, but get the big picture. Okay, EDI not needed. Okay, that's part 2. That's e-commerce part 2. Moving on to lesson 10. Lesson 10, I want you to focus on cloud computing. Cloud computing. Cloud computing. So you should know about the concept of cloud computing, the 3 types of cloud computing. Again, as you can see, many of these slides are just examples. The value of cloud computing and why cloud computing isn't for all kinds of businesses. Of course, I'm not going to test you the computer skills. You should have applied it in your group project or other projects already. By the way, not all the groups were able to create table of contents using this trick I taught them. I'm a little bit disappointed. 有啲同學咧，你突然間整個 table 啊，你砌啲 page number 好慘咁樣，點解咧？點解唔同嘅方法咧？但係呢個啲係唔會考嘅，呢啲真係唔使記。啊死！點樣咧？咩 style 唔使嘅，呢啲唔需要嘅。I will not be testing you on the specific skills. Okay, I will not be testing you on the specific skills. So basically, as I mentioned before, the first one was cloud computing, and the other one is the major difference between the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. The Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. There is even a comparison table here. If you want to know more, if you want a summary, you can click here and know it. If you want to know even more, it's easy. Just turn on Bluetooth and see what you can do. Turn on Wi-Fi and see what you can do. Okay, and then you know the difference. 大家有手提電話啦，咁你即係先試到啦，好似用 WiFi 大家感受到個分別喺邊度。